Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, let the light shine through. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
We are melting, chat. What is going on? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Welcome into September. Hopefully, you guys all had a great long weekend, even if you had a nice short session on Friday and even longer weekend. But let's get ready for, I guess, some fall trading. Is it technically fall yet? I mean, summer's over if you're in school, so I guess it's fall. So let's see what we can find this week. We got the whole month ahead of us. We're going to take it nice and slow as always, but even more so. I was always thinking about it on stream and over the weekend of just playing for the long term, that like playing so slow, like got to go so fast, got to get these payouts, got to get these wins, big home runs every day. But like the ends of the month come so freaking quick. I just recorded well, not just, it felt like it, my July recap on YouTube, it felt like. And I just recorded my August one. That's just like, we're going to be at the end of September before you know it. So you might as well just slow it on down and see what we could do by the end of September. That like sacrificing 1 month to learn, get some lessons from it, and actually get like a solid plan for October is worth the time. It's not like you're wasting so much time. Like, I can't wait a whole month. It's like, it's going to be gone before you know it. It's going to be Christmas soon. I'm going to be doing 25 days with Christmas again. If you guys remember that, we'll do that again. But it just goes to show that time's just going to keep on going. So rather than just keep wasting time in the hamster wheel of just speeding it up and going nowhere, let's just go slow for September and see what comes from it. And then if it didn't work, we'll try something else in October. But let's get into the charts here as things are selling off quite nicely. I don't know. Oh, I know why, potentially. We'll go into some news stuff, but we got stream in about 45 minutes, so we'll be live here for another 45, and then we'll hop over here to ASFX TV. So if you're unaware of that, you can actually join for free all month long. Your first month's going to be free if you just use code FIRST. The link's always all in my socials. You can go to ASFX TV. You can see we'll be live here Tuesday, that we didn't have a stream yesterday. But with that, your first month, you get access to the free course, which is always free, right? This Futures 101 is always free. But the 2.0, you'll get access to, which is the actual strategy-based course. And then actually Zach has a course on the way, and he was saying October is when he's shooting for, because he's been busy. So definitely tune into there. We'll be live there in, like I said, 45 minutes or so, and we'll kick off the month of September. But moving down overnight, top to bottom, 82 points, 82 pre-market. We had 10, 12-point opens all last week for the last weeks, it seems like. So to move 85 pre-market, I mean, what does this look like if we zoom on out? Yeah, it's a healthier race. You know, we had that big, what was this, Friday the 22nd? Is that like CPI or something? What news was this? That thing shoved up, huh? But we're right back there. We're right back at 6,400 even. We're at 6,401. Can we get to 6,400? Probably. So, even go back to, I mean, geez. Let me open this up on a daily chart now, because I was obviously preaching last week of how bullish I am, as always. But if we go to the daily, I'm sure it doesn't look terrible, but yeah. So we had this clean bounce off of, well, this should move. This is anchored to August 1st, the start of month VWAP, and you can see how well it respected it after 5 down days in a row, which just doesn't happen often. So when there was 4 days, I was rooting for the longs to step in. Turned out it wanted to be 5 days and the long step in. But we get that strong bullish push. Pull back, more bullish push. So it was looking very bullish, no? And it still could, long term, obviously. Not even long term, a couple of weeks or so. But definitely some strong bearish moves, because on Friday we found some nice shorts, and then no trading on Monday. Then we come in today down close to 100 points pre-market. So I don't know. But we can obviously find some turn anywhere along here. I feel like if we don't take out, really, what number is this? 6250. It's another 150 points. Just something down here. We're still going to look like we're holding up bullish, higher lows down here. So that could be a few days away, though. So we'll take that nice and slow, but definitely moving down here pre-market. Not going to be jumping into the open as a buyer. But it's interesting how it looks very good one day, and then you get a day like this and Friday, and it's just like, where are the buyers? Where, what? Also, what is this? Just chugging lower for like an hour and a half, and then we pick up the steam again pre-market. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. When did that pick up? 8 o'clock. So, I mean, throwing a short, you're making money. Don't do it, though. Don't you do it. And also, the VWAPs are going to look tricky today. I put this on myself with the bank holiday yesterday. Like I said, hopefully you guys took some time off the charts at least one day of the weekend, if not multiple, and just relaxed. You know, trading on a Monday is just not necessary. but the VWAP is now going to be anchored to Sunday because it was like yesterday didn't even exist. So it's going to look tricky in that regard. But even when we anchor today's overnight VWAP, you can see it's still well above us. So nothing really to put on today. VWAP wise, we're going to treat it like a Monday, ease into the week, see what the open wants to do. I mean, clearly it looks like it wants to go lower. So we'll see if we can get some bullish pop to catch a short. I'm not going to be buying it down here. Only other target would be that 63.50. That's not even last week's low. That's 2 weeks ago's low. Probably last month's low. Not last month's low. That was way down there at that 62.50. So let's see. But if I put on yesterday's New York, but let's pretend yesterday was Friday, still not going to give us anything, right? That's way up there. Not very helpful. Start of week is pretty much this VWAP. That's a start of week VWAP, honestly. So there's really no VWAPs to use today but that overnight. We'll switch to the 1 minute at the open and check the New York, but pretty useless, honestly. Let's go to Twitter. So I'm assuming this is most of the move. Financial Juice isn't too lit up this morning, but we had the U.S. 30-year Treasury yield rise to 4.99%, high since 2023, which doesn't seem that crazy. But there was also another one. Zero Hedge is a good follow. He was tweeting some other stuff earlier. Maybe I got to go to his account. Futures tumble as yields, dollar spike, gold hits all-time high. Hold the phone. Is that correct? I assume it is. 34.80. Damn. Yeah, gold's up there. Finally taking out this little ceiling. We got a wedge, folks. We got a wedge. So now it's going to come back in and trap everybody on those longs. Wow. All right, so gold's up. What else we got? Why is that his picture, too, from Fight Club? It's just odd. But anyways, yield spikes. We knew that. Trump may declare national housing emergency this fall. Oh, boy. The Treasury Secretary said in a senator interview that several candidates for Fed chair are also contenders for 2 open board seats. I'm not reading all that. For fuck's sake. Quite dangerous. Gilt yields hit highest in 27 years as the UK budget bundle rattles investors. So what the fuck is this? Let's take a look. UK capital markets are creaking once again as investors' confidence is crushed over the fiscal outlook. The yield on long-dated UK bonds rose to the highest since 1998. I mean, that started turning in like 2020. And the pound has been pummeled. Good. USA. I did see that on Financial Juice. Something about the UK. Let me try to scroll back and see that. Because there was something at 3 a.m. Clearly, that's when we moved, chat. When we moved, 15-minute. Right here was really where the juice picked up right at 3 a.m. London Open. So I have to feel like, yes, the UK 30-year yield climbs to 5.66, highest since 1998. So yeah, pretty much what we're reading here. So that's definitely what's moving us down, since it's timed up correctly and also has an outlook on the US. Well, dang. Anyone take a short this morning? Did Zarb trade this morning? Let me check the BSC chat, honestly. James is hitting algo trades on a plane. I don't like that short at all, though. It's okay. Zach did post something. I know you guys can't see. Let me see what he said, though. What was he saying? I saw something. Where'd it go? Maybe it was on his Twitter. Actually, while we wait here, let's go to Zach's Twitter. For anyone that's unfamiliar with Zarb. Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. There we are. So right here. 4th payout. Yep, you're sick. Here we go. Wrapped up August strong. Most of these trades were taken live in AceFX TV. Oh, did I mention he streams live with us every day too? On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So he'll be on today. But look at that calendar. What happened on the 7th, my man? Could have been perfect. Could have been looking fake if we just cleaned it up on the 7th. But I don't know the math. It doesn't show the total, but I'm seeing a lot of thousands in there. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Yeah, so 4,000, another, these are thousands. That's a nice 10K plus minimum. So he'll be streaming with us all week long, as always. So if you don't tune in for me, you should probably tune in to Zach and hear what he's got to say. He comes on around 11 o'clock. Yeah, we'll be live at 9:30 to 11, and then he'll hop on 11 to 12. So you got all morning of streams. So whether you join late or not, there's always going to be someone going, someone taking trades, lessons, different perspectives. And then even on Fridays, we have guests come on. Lawrence and Tanner, the strong trader. For anyone that's unfamiliar with them, I'm sure you guys do know them. Tanner, the strong trader, live trading with his futures, top one futures, live trade. Don't look at the red though. I think he flipped it back, honestly. Yeah, because he was in a long. But oh well, yeah, he made that. He made $4,000 on Friday, but I think he sent the P&L to us after, and it was like 5K on his DTE options. Just a savage. So plenty of reasons to tune in, and it's absolutely free. So just make sure you guys use code FIRST, get that first month for free, study up, and then if you don't like it after a month, see you later, unfortunately. But since we started stream, I mean, we've been live for like 15 minutes, probably like 8:40 or so. Let's just say here, that candle alone moved 16 points. It's coming back up a little bit, but damn. You telling me I can grab 10 points here pre-market and be done for the day? And we cancel stream? So that's regular trading hours. That's Friday's mess. What are we looking like pre-market here? That's looking juicy. Anyone take this setup? I doubt it. It's 5 in the morning. But you got a nice pullback, break of lower day view up, stop all side structure. Easy win. So that was in play. Obviously, I'm not at the desk to see that. And then since then, this thing's just been crawling lower. That's really the only pullback that would interest me, when you see it actually start to arch up and then sellers step back in. With this move, it's all sellers. There's no sellers stepping back in, right? Sellers have to disappear first or step away, similar to this back when the move really started, right? Sellers are in, they take a pause, they're back in. Maybe they take a pause there, they're back in. It's all about just catching it after a pullback. And to me, this is all just meltdown lower. There's no real opportunities for me to want to get in short. Obviously, I want to just put on a 2 contract short and see what we can get from it if it's just going to move 10 points every second. But do we start buying it now? Is that how we start September? My September was all right. Good lessons. I made a YouTube video on it. Like I said, it'll probably be out either tomorrow, maybe today. Probably tomorrow, because I have a different video for today. Actually didn't even tweet my calendar. I got to do that today, even though it's already September. Posted something, though. I did post my calendar. Never mind. I just didn't post all the juicy stats of it. So if you guys remember, I was on a bachelor party these 2 days. Probably not the best idea to trade, so I didn't. But then I was on vacation for the next week. So I did travel to the vacation on Monday, so we're not trading. And I left for the vacation on Friday, so we're not trading. But the days I was there, in the mornings, I traded. So 2 green days and a red. That's that. So that completes all these weeks, right? And then that was actually a flat day. And then started and blew a challenge all in one day. Actually, all in 1 hour. It's pretty impressive. You know, it was a combine. Didn't care about it. Took 2 swings that were high risk because I'm in a challenge. I'm trying to pass this thing pronto. And there's the month. So I did make a video, but I could also post the stats of it, the setups of it. But that was just on Friday, giving you a quick recap as we completed the week with a nice short on Friday. But still going lower here a little bit. Luigi, what's up? Good morning. Finally bought an account using your promo code with Top One. Beautiful. Great. Good luck with it. You got all month, so keep it slow, keep it tight. Don't rush it. And if you guys didn't hear, starting today, maybe even yesterday, because yesterday was Monday, Top One Futures is actually running the promo, like Luigi's saying, of 50% off if you use my code. But the bigger news than that, is it going to say it in here? Yes, it will. So I obviously always advocate for the instant fundeds. Those are just the ones I see the most people taking payouts from rather than the new Sim Pros. But to each their own. This one just has the end of day trailing drawdown rather than the intraday. and you could see 50% off. So actually, I guess you'll get 55% off because you get an extra 5 if you use my code. But either way, check it out. But this is the big news. 3 accounts, now you can copy 5 accounts. So actually, I got to do that. I didn't do that. I still have 3. But that's huge. So now I was saying just simply math-wise, and it was always the same even when you could do 3 accounts, that low risk per account, right, obviously, but copy to 5 now, that if we just do $200 per account, a measly 200, not going to satisfy anybody, right? If I gave you $200 in profits at the open, you're going to keep on trading on if you had 1 account. But if I said, hey, you just made $200, it went to all 5 of your accounts, you're actually up $1,000 today, it still may, people may still rush because, okay, but 1,000 is not enough for me. I know it's not, but play for the month. If you did 1,000 a day, 3 days a week, and just did 3K a week for 4 weeks, I'm pretty certain 95% of you are not making 12K a month. But if you just risk $200 per account, it doesn't seem so outlandish. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, I can get 12K because you're still only making 3K target per account, but to 5, right? So you have all month long to make $3,000, but to 5 accounts, $15,000. It just quickly multiplies itself, but you should just be focused on the 1 account. I got to make $3,000 by the end of the month. Using $200, we'll keep taking base hits, 200, and you'll get a clean ripper that moves 300. So you're already up $500 in 2 days. You're almost a third of the way there with not doing too much. So I think the 5 accounts is huge. I know a lot of other firms offer 5 or even more. So the fact that you could do 5 now is huge, but it's only on the smaller accounts, which I don't care. That's what I trade. You can see the 100K and 150 are still 3 accounts, but the 25 and 50s, I don't really advocate for the 25s. I think it's too small. But the 50Ks probably are the sweet spot because you only have to make $3,000. Not a crazy target. $3,000, take out 2,500. Not too shabby. See, that was huge. And I don't know how long that's going to last. I have a feeling that's probably not going to be forever. But if you do buy 5 and buy 5 by the time the promo is done, you'll be able to keep them, obviously. So let's keep the accounts alive. Let's not buy 5 and then burn them all, and then we got to buy 5 more. And then that's really it. That was cool. It was cool to see them do over the weekend. 5 accounts. But the links to that is always, you guys know how to find links. I think you guys are smart enough. I have faith in you. Let me actually check. I shall check my Discord. Let's see. David, what's up? Is there a monthly charge? No. On the instant funded, there's no monthly charge. I guess the elite challenge? Yeah, the elite challenges would be monthly. But again, I don't really advocate for challenges just because when you have the option of going instant funded rather than waste time trying to pass a challenge, burn it. Okay, another $55, burn it. Another $55, you're probably going to still end up spending what you would if you just bought an instant funded today. And again, you can get 50 to 55% off with my code. You guys can put it in and see. But yeah, no monthly charge. But even if you are doing the challenges, for anyone that still does, that's fine. It shouldn't take you more than a month to pass one, right? So I wouldn't sit in one all month long. I would try to pass or fail that thing in 2 to 3 weeks so that way you can get another attempt going. You're not sitting in one for too long, right? Being stagnant, all to save $55. Like protect this $55 investment. It's like, yeah, if I lose it after 2 weeks, I'll buy another one. It's $50 over 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if we going back to the old days with the CFD firms, when we bought those challenges for like $700, it's like, I'm going to sit on this thing until I pass it. I'm not going to rush it. I don't want to spend $700 every other day on a challenge. I understand that. But when it's $50, get your ass going. Luna, what's up, my man? Haven't seen you since Tampa. How you doing? Luna, you going live today at the Open? Like I said, we got Apex TV going in like 25 minutes or so. Austin's going to start it up because I'm running here, but no James this week. I'm pretty sure he's at a wedding. So no James this week. We got me and Austin Randy should be on tomorrow. Zarb will be on today, like we said. And then other than that, normal schedule. Normal schedule. I have to assume NQ's ripping lower too. Damn. How's the points on NQ? Ooh, 450? 450. Suck me sideways. Just put on a micro. But that's the exciting stuff. Today, you're probably going to be sized down, going for 15 points, 20 points, rather than 2 minis on a 6-point stop. You know? It's all good, though. I'd like to find, not longs, I'd like to see longs come in a little bit, just to give me some sort of better short. Because, I mean, even if you think about it, holy shit, let me see. If we go to Edgeville real quick, I'm not logged in, that's cool. Let's slide you over there. I don't know what you're going to show. Yep, would have shown my password. I knew it. Good for me. Hit it away. So let's see. I think it's consecutive bars, average consecutive bars on Edgeville. And this goes off of candle time frame 15 minutes. So with 15 minutes, it averages 4.3 bars in a row consecutive of bullish for 4.3, then 3.7. Let's call it also 4 on the red side. But the max since the last 6 months is 10 and 10. So we've had 10 consecutive 15-minute closures, bullish and bearish in the last 6 months. What are we cooking today? What is this candle, chat? What is this candle? I need to know. What the fuck? Is that a red candle? I don't know. I guess we're going to say no. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're witnessing history. So if there's 11, the max it's gone is 10. Are we buying it now? Are we buying it now? No. But I mean, that is insane. 11. I mean, those 6 we went over in the beginning are pretty tight. That's not like a sell-off for 11 candles, but that counts. We've had 11 bearish closes in a row on the 15-minute. And it averages 4 before you get some sort of bullish bar, and then it sells off some more. So the fact that it's at 11, I just want to buy it. But since it's already above average, clearly since 4, all of it is, after 4, you could have played that idea of like, all right, well, it normally doesn't give 5, so let's long it here. You would have just been getting smoked all morning, so who knows? Let's see, though. Luna's live now. Sick. I missed all my possible setups, and the funded accounts are just chilling. Yeah, it's not even open yet. Got the whole month. Let the open come in. But yeah, I guess you trade overnight, huh? Different time zone. Andrew, what's up? How are you? What's the difference between the Sim Pro account and the Instant? So I have a YouTube video on it. I could send you guys I don't know how to send you guys the link right now. But I have top 1 rules explained, that one. But I do have a Sim Pro video just to save time. Shouldn't be that far away. What the fuck? I definitely scanned over it. She's here somewhere. Maybe right underneath where you were, you dumbass. So we have the Sim Pro video here, and then just the top 1. But real quick, we'll break it down. So the Sim Pros have intraday trailing drawdown. So it's a lower price, but you'll have intraday trailing drawdown, which is tougher for me to navigate. So that's why I don't like it as much. And your max trailing drawdown is a little bit tighter. So a little bit tighter of a drawdown, and it's intraday. So it's just tougher for me to like it as much. But same thing, you can copy 5 accounts. So it's a little bit lower of a cost, but I think it's harder rules. So like you're paying less for maybe a lesser chance to take a payout, where I'd rather spend a little bit more, but have easier rules of, okay, end of day trailing drawdown, and I get $2,000 worth of drawdown. You know what I mean? So that's why I think I like the regular instant fundeds. Don't lose more than $2,000, end of day drawdown, and you have to make $3,000. And it's not even that much more expensive. You look at the Sim Pros at $219 to $320. So if it's $324, let's do it instant funded, $50K Project X. but it becomes $291 with my code. So yeah, you get 55% off, I suppose. Damn. So if you just use code Evan on a 50K, you get $291 compared to, I guess, 150, $200. I don't know. But I think it's easier rules. So that's why I think you buy the one, you sack it up, you invest an extra $100 to get that account that gives you a better chance of taking a payout. Not trying to save money for harder rules. Luna, I'm not going to be in LA for a Friendly Bear conference. I got my brother's wedding back up north. So timing didn't align. Sucks. But Eugene, yeah, you can check out the videos, but that's pretty much drawdown is what it comes down to. Because there are people that do like it. You know, a lot of people that trade with Apex, they probably find those Sim Pro accounts fine. Just like I'm not used to that. I don't like the intraday trailing drawdown, so I'll go with the instants. You could also try them both, but my honest answer is just the instant fundeds. So where is 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock was here. So it'd be long somewhere down here saying we're not having 12 candles in a row. No, sir. Stop loss at the low. Scalp it up real quick. Got 20 minutes until the open. It's 291. I'm actually interested now. So if I wanted a Sim Pro, 291, 190. So $90 extra. Get the instant fundeds for an extra $90. You get more drawdown, easier trailing drawdown, end of day. I think that's the smarter move. But to each their own. I'm not going to tell you what you guys want to trade. And then that's really it. Challenges are not my forte. I'll sling those things. Anyone in the trade here pre-market catching some of this sell-off pre-market like we said? Not even now, just at any point overnight. It's so tough to just see it go by. And real quick, we could take a look at, it was on Friday. And again, that's actually today's YouTube video. There it is. Oh, don't show you too much. I'm waiting on the thumbnail, so that's what's determining if it comes out today. But look at Friday's short. Big move down. Let's just pretend this is today's pre-market. All that drift lower, I should have just shorted it. I mean, look at all this money. It's raining down shorts. Son of a. Let it pull back. You catch more shorts. And it was reminding me, that's part of the video, so I'm going to leak the whole thing now, of last Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays ago, I guess, when I was in my bag, 4 for 4, Wendy's Happy Meal, $2,800 of just shorting it like this. Big move down, short it again. Pull back, short it again. When there's that much momentum, that much clear direction, just keep things simple. Because I thought about buying it at this point, because why not? It's super low, similar to what we're saying this morning, but just sell it. And then I did it again right after, being like, okay, now do we buy it? Nah, just sell it again. Stop being a jackass. And it rewarded me because we got paid twice on it. And then I longed it. But I made money on the shorts first, so it's okay. Which is the same thing today. Like, oh man, all these opportunities overnight. I should have been awake. I should have been trading pre-market, even though I never do. Should have been trading Asia session. Look how nice it was. The hell? We're gonna miss moves all the time. That we can catch 10 points at the open. Who knows? And we're done for the day. No one was gonna sell it here and close it right now heading into the open with full contracts, everything. You weren't going to catch the whole move anyways. So by sleeping overnight, you missed out on 20 points. Get 20 points at the open. It's the same stuff. No FOMO. Damn, we're going to get that bullish bar like I said, chat. Damn. Cut the streak. I'll be interested to see now tomorrow, see if this changes. You know, it should go to 11 if my calculations are correct. And it could even be more. If this somehow counts as a bearish one, then we got like 14 bars. Holy smokes. Oh, wait. Just want to ask your opinion. My salary limit to only get the 25K instant. What do you think about the 25K account? Or should I save until I can get a 50K instant? 25K, I mean, what does that cost? Instant 25K. With my code, it becomes from 400 to 160. We were saying 50Ks are 290. So like $130 more. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. I don't want to be rude. But if we don't have $290 to invest into it, then we probably don't even need to take any challenge. Save up, like you're saying, get your money aligned, and then start taking challenges. Don't spend your last $160. I hope it's not your last 100. I don't think it is, but don't spend your last $160 on an account, because then you're probably going to protect it too much. I got to get this thing to work because I can't invest another one. So that would be my advice on that. But with the 25Ks, you were saying, should you just save up until you get a 50? I would say that just because I want the bigger account and you can get a better payout on the 50K. But if 25 is all you can swing, that's all you can swing. You get just tighter drawdown. But that's fine. Get me out of here. Right, so on an instant funded, you get $1,000 of drawdown. Yeah, that's too tight. I know you'll size down, but that's too tight. 50K is only 199 with my code. What did I miss? You mean the Sim Pros, maybe? Or are we talking about what are we talking about, chat? He said 50K, maybe a Sim Pro. Yeah, Sim Pros, CJ, are 199, but we're talking just regular instant fundeds are 290. So like I'm saying, it's a $90 difference between these two, but I think the instant fundeds are way better rules. So for $90 more, you're also spending $90 more for $400 more worth of drawdown, right? 1,600 to 2,000. So even look at it like that. You're buying more drawdown. Nice. Let's try deleting it. It's all good, CJ. Already got my emergency fund saved. Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, you could try the 25Ks. It's not like it's impossible. It's just you're going to be sizing down more than anytime. I think I give advice for people sizing down. I don't think they like it. I think that it's not enough, right? You have $1,000 worth of drawdown. So you're probably going to be risking no more than like $200 a day, maybe $250, to have 4 bad days to blow the account of 1,000. And that's doable, right? But just a matter of when you see you're up $200, is that going to satisfy you enough to call it a day and come back tomorrow? And for many people, it's just not. So that's why I'm saying get a 50K and try to make $500. Maybe $500 of profit would satisfy you and get you off the desk. You know what I mean? Just all about your expectations and what you think is a good day. So we got that bullish bar there. All for nothing. All talk. We didn't do shit about it. Because, I mean, what the hell? 13 bars is crazy. But also we could be getting that little bit of drift as we head into the open here. We got one more 15-minute candle until the open. I don't think we'll get back to the overnight by the open, but that'd be cool. And then we sell it back down off of there because that's my favorite VWAP to play off of, but I don't think we'll get that. So we'll take it easy today. Obviously, ease into the week. Treat it like a Monday. Plenty of opportunities all week long, all month long. I know it's exciting, all this overnight move. We've already moved 80 to 100 points on ES, 95 points. Good Lord. But we'll see what the open wants to give us. We're going to catch just a small piece of the pie anyways, that we don't need a lot of the move. Just keep it tight. We had 15 days of trading last month because, like I said, the vacation and the bachelor party, and it was 31 trades. So let's just call it 30. Split that up, that's 2 trades per day. Obviously, I had some with more, 3, 4, but I had a lot with one and done. So averages out to like 2 a day. And you don't need more than that. If it takes you 3 swings to get your footing, try to get a read on the trend, either you need to get better at reading the trend or you need to just slow on down and wait for the trend to become clearer before you maximize on it. And if it takes you 0 for 2, all right, let's not press it today. Something's not lined up. Maybe the trend's not clean. Our head's not right. Whatever. Right? Because normally if I lose, I could bounce back by saying, okay, what just happened there? Let me see what I should do instead. And if I lose that one as well, it's like, what the hell? I can't hit water if I fell out of a boat. So let me not overdo it with a third losing trade. So, like I said, if you guys are going to buy accounts today with the top one sale running 50% off, but also 5 accounts, especially if you buy 5 accounts, even if you buy 3 or 4, the challenge to you is to keep it, I said all month. I obviously want you guys to keep them all month, but keep them for 2 weeks. The worst thing to see is always just lose them in a week of like, it shouldn't even happen that fast. Because if we're putting in that max daily loss when you guys trade on Project X, it should be impossible. That even if you're trading terribly, 0 for 2 a day, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, every losing day should be like, let's just say at the most $500. And then it takes 4 of those days in a row to lose it. But I hope you guys aren't hitting max daily loss 4 days in a row. Otherwise, something needs to be fixed, whether it's your headspace, your strategy, or something. So let's just say you have a max daily loss and a small green and a small green, a max daily loss. Like you might have 4 max daily loss days, but it shouldn't happen in a week. So like keep the accounts for 2 weeks minimum, hopefully the whole month, and you'll see the singles add up. Also, one other thing, like I said, the $9,000 in August on 30 trades. Obviously, there's winners and losers, but that's like $250 per trade when you think about it. So it's really not crazy numbers that you need to make per trade to have a good month, right? If you just make 250, 250, 250, and like we're saying, if you do it to multiple accounts now this month, your $200 days can be $1,000 just by doing nothing extra. And then you do that for somehow every day this month. That's sick. But just like take the base hits. You know, if you make $300 this morning, that's huge because you make 300 today, 200 tomorrow, 300 on Thursday. You lose 300 on Friday. It's like, all right, we made $500 this week per account. You got 4 accounts. You made $2,000 this week. Do that for 4 weeks. That's $8,000. Again, I don't know all of you. I assume most of you aren't making $8,000. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. You know what I mean? That's like rather than just shooting for the craziest P&Ls ever, let's get a 5K month. Then let's try to get a 10K month. Then let's get a 12K month. You know what I mean? Let's not just try to go from 0 to 25K months. There is an in between. All right. So I appreciate you guys tuning in with me all morning. Feel free to always reach out if you have any questions. We're going to start ripping up the stream here all week long. Like I said, use code FIRST. The link's always in my socials, or just go to ASFX TV here. We'll be live there until like noon or so. I appreciate you guys always tuning in with me. Pre-market, we'll probably do it tomorrow or at least Thursday. But when you do join here, use the chat. Say what's up, right? Ask questions. Get feedback on the trades you've been taking, anything. Don't just, I mean, you can sit there, but put yourself out there. Get yourself known. I want to know you in the chat of like, there he is. There's Luigi again. Luigi talked in here this morning. They'll get the most feedback. They'll get the most information and questions answered. So I don't know why you wouldn't want that. Especially you get 4 different perspectives and different people answering your questions. That I think you'll learn better that way than just hiding, you know? But to each their own. Now go watch me in the intro. Appreciate you all. Arnaldo, what's up? Daniel, what's up? Let's do it again tomorrow. But let's have a great September. All righty? And I'll see you guys on stream.